Right, well, it's another video about the issue with the printer that basically is not printing perfectly round. Now, printer's printing, I'm doing this without the center hole so that I can easily offset it slightly, but basically this side of the print bed from the front to the back is slightly longer than it is on the right hand side. It's actually shorter. So to try and explain that, I'll draw an exaggerated circle. Well, to show you what the problem is. So my circles, when I printed a round object, they're basically, this is exaggerated. Please remember, right? But it's basically that shape, right? This is exaggerated so you can see. So the left-hand side of the print bed in that direction is longer. So obviously going into the settings and reducing how much travel motion there is between this side isn't going to fix the problem. All it does is make this side smaller. So this side ends up being smaller. And if I adjust the settings so that I think what is it, the y-axis? Oh, I'll get mixed up. But the front back anyway. Between here and here, if I expand this so as it travels further, then this side becomes even bigger. And I've had to offset it. So I've gone into the settings on the printer and I've set it so it's sort of in between. So this side is about 0.5 millimeter longer and this side is actually 0.5 millimeter shorter. So I'm exaggerating it, obviously, otherwise you won't be able to see what I'm talking about. But it's basically shaped like an egg, right? So when I print anything that's really large, then the error becomes more noticeable. But when I'm printing in something like 10 millimeters, a tiny little thing, you can't tell. But it's when you're printing something really large. Now, from what I can understand, the printer bed has got these. This is the runner, right? These are the runners, right, on the printer bed. The runners are bars that travel from front to back, right? Under there. Now, it's got a 3-bearing slider mechanism on it. So it's got a bearing which slides up and down on this side. It's got another bearing that slides up and down on this side. And on this side, it's only got one, right? So it's a 3-axis pivot. Now, what I think is going on, what I suspect is going on, is that we've got a twisting motion going on. As in, this side is actually moving when it's going up and down. It's pivoting more on this central point, right? So the pivot point is like that, right? So for some reason, it could be some wear on the actual runners, I don't know. But for some reason, this side here is traveling further distance than what this side is. So this side is moving, when it's moving towards the front of the bed, it's actually somehow, I don't quite get what's going on, but when the printer bed's right in the middle, I can twist it slightly. I can twist it like that, right, the bed. So the rectangular shape of the bed, let's use this bobbin to explain it. It's more or less rectangular, but basically the bed is twisting, right? So the bed's going forwards and backwards like this, but for some reason it's doing that as it's moving. As the bed is moving forwards and backwards, I'm exaggerating so you can see what I'm talking about, but basically the bed is doing that to account for the extra length on this end, and this end's shorter. So it's actually doing that, right? And I can't understand how it can be doing that, because really you would think because it's got 2 runners on this side, it would stop that from happening. The only thing I can think is that there's wear on there, but this side is maybe it's getting jammed a little bit as it's moving to the back and it's sticking more, and this side is able to travel further. That's all I can think. But I have calibrated this as best I can calibrate it, but there's definitely some slop. There's definitely some play in in it, because when I move, the bed wouldn't do that. You wouldn't be able to do that, twist it. And I can twist it when it's not moving under power. I can actually twist it right here like that, and it moves. So it's obviously a problem with the mechanism. Anyway, that's it. That's explaining my problem.